guys, welcome back to my podcast, Life as Naya. Where we talk about all things life, have guests come on, share their journey of life, and yeah, today we have Sarah back on. Welcome her back. Blah, 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 blah.
Hey, it's me again.
It's you again. Today we're talking about being, and our notes are on our phone, so we'll get cards one day. Right now, just relax. Today we're going to talk about hyper-independent women trying to live a soft life. But before we get into that topic, how's your week been? How have you been?
It's been good. I feel like the first week of 2026 didn't really feel like the new year because, I don't know, I was sick. I don't know, it just caught me off guard a little bit.
It came to us.
But this week, I'm really implementing those new year resolutions. So I've been gymming again, trying to eat healthier. It's only been 2 days, but doing it.
Those
what about
2
you?
days. This week's been good. It's been busy. We're on a new chef platform, so I was busy Sunday through today, and then I also got a new client, so I was super busy. Every time I go to a new client's home and they have a nice kitchen, it's just another thing on my list of there will be signs when I have money. Now I want an induction stove. Have you ever heard of that?
The one that you sent me on TikTok.
Did I send you on TikTok? No, you're talking about Aaliyah's face?
Yeah.
No, hers? Oh my god.
That is an induction stove.
That is an induction stove, but hers is hidden. This lady's wasn't like that.
Okay.
But an induction stove just gets hot so fast. Her stove boiled water in 2 minutes. So I was adding that to the list. But other than that, it's been a good week. I mean, it's only Tuesday, so hoping this week. Last week we had a girls' night, which was so nice, so fulfilling, so fresh.
We kind of had two. Wednesday and Friday.
True. Sarah texted the group chat. I don't know when you texted the group chat. Maybe a week before.
I think it was 2 weeks
or 2 weeks before.
It was far in advance.
She really made sure the girls would be free. And she was 7 o'clock, meet at my house at this time, not telling where we're going. She really put the date together.
Yeah.
On a Wednesday, by the way.
Yeah, and 6 out of 6 showed up. But, that really put things into perspective for me. If a man ever says planning a date is hard, we already knew that was bare minimum.
Pack it up.
Get that man a boot, because that was so easy. I was I'd be a great boyfriend.
That was so easy.
I felt like all of their boyfriends in that moment.
You really were.
But it was a good time, always a great time. Although I feel like for us, the main event, it's cool, it's cute, it's whatever. But it's always the yap session afterwards. I'm why don't we just skip the food, skip the activity, and just go straight to
save $100.
Actually, because that's always the main event. We're always
bro, what time do you think we got the Uber? Maybe I want to say 9:30ish
to go home. Probably,
to go home.
Yeah.
Got to Sarah's house no later than 10. Didn't leave Sarah's house on a Wednesday night. Most of the girls had work the next day till 2 a.m.
No, actually.
We chatted for hours. And that's always the moments where I'm that felt so good.
And someone always cries. Although I think 3 people cried. I thought we were gonna go 6 for 6, but
yeah, actually,
someone I think Vina was I gotta go home,
yeah.
And everyone was okay, you're right, it's 2 a.m. But if we kept going, it might.
If it was a Friday night, it would have been 6 for 6 because it was literally your turn. Let us know what's going on in your turn. Maybe 5 out of 6 because Danny wasn't trying to give us too much. But
we're talking these people know who we're.
Those are the girls. You guys are just in on the group chat. It's okay.
It's okay.
But yeah. Funny enough though, because when we got to, as the girls are talking, Sarah shows me her phone and she's texting her boyfriend. She's I'm gonna miss these nights. When we were all married, where are we gonna have these girl chats? And that just goes into our subject of hyper independent women. Because why was that your thought? When she showed me the text message, I'm this is a beautiful moment, and your only concern is when you won't get these moments anymore. And he was literally girl, it's not y'all not gonna kick us out.
And then he was the closet exists. I'm I can't have this conversation with you in the closet hiding. You can still hear us.
That's true. And I do wonder if subconsciously, if the girlies knew the man was maybe not at home. If he was upstairs, I don't think it would matter. But if we're in our apartments and I know your man's is next door, I probably won't open up. as deeply as the girls got that night.
Because anything and everything goes. Like, there's no filter when we're together.
Right, that's true.
And I know for a fact men don't have these types of conversations because they're not going to be... Like, if the exact conversations we had with our girls, imagine, like, men having it and how crazy it would sound. And also how, like, no, it just wouldn't work. It just wouldn't.
It kind of goes back to the last episode we had where we were saying, like, men just, like, they take what their friends say and they stay there. They're like, oh, I'm having a bad day. And they're like, dang. It's never like, why, bro? It's like, you want to go watch the football game? Me too. Like, they don't go deeper. Whereas women, we're going to ask the questions. We're trying to figure out, why did you have a bad day? Like, tell us about it. But,
yeah.
Okay, would you still consider yourself like a hyper independent girly now? Like, in this phase of your life? Or are you like fully soft girl?
No, I think in the middle. I think, like, I realize how much I don't have to do things myself, and it's nice. Like, I low-key have become very reliant on my man in the sense of, like, for example, random thing, but I just ordered a bidet from Amazon because I was like, it's time, like, why don't I have one already?
Like the ones you attach?
Yeah.
Nice.
And it's just been sitting there at my house for like a week. And like old me would have been like, you know what, I can put this together. And I can. It's not like hard to put a bidet together. But I'm like, no, it's going to sit there until he comes over and he's going to do it because I don't have to do it. But like when it comes to stuff like that I don't want to do, I think I'm soft. Right. But then where I'm like hyper independent is like when I get upset or like if I get mad at him, I'm just like, I never needed you. I don't need you.
Whole time you wanted to put that bidet on your toilet.
Literally. I don't know. I think I've gotten better at it, but like it is like I think it still comes out in certain situations. But I don't know. You're married. What about you?
I would say in the middle because like you said, there are certain things like I'm just super reliant on him for. Like I don't like doing the trash. If my car tank is low, I tell him, like, hey, you know, my gas is really low. Like, it's just certain things that I would never think twice about. Now that I'm just like, that's his responsibility. And I don't want to think about it. But in the same sense, I still struggle with just, like, for situations like, if I ask you once and it's not done, I'm sorry. I'll probably end up doing it. Like, and I don't even always have to do it with an attitude, but, like, once, like, I already don't like asking anyone for anything. So if I have to ask, like, hey, can you help me do blase blase? And you're like, yeah, and it's 2 days and you haven't done it, I'm just going to do it. Or just, like, figuring out things, like, if something happens on spot, 9 times out of 10, like, Raji might call me. He'll be like, yo, you can't even believe that this just happened. Like, now I have to do this, now I have to do this. Whereas I don't have that same reliance on him where if my car tag's expired, I'm just going to get on the website and do it. You know
oh, really?
Yeah. Like, I feel like tickets and stuff I'm starting to do with him more because I'm just like, hey, I have a ticket. Can you pay for it?
Oh, well,
but like, yeah. Other stuff, I'm just like, I'll just do it myself. Where I know some girls are like, girl, I don't know anything about that. My man handles all of that.
Well, I mean, I'm not married, so I'm not going to be like, yo, I got a speeding ticket. Can you take care of that? But I'm going to complain about it 100%. Like, I'm going to be like, ugh.
I'll complain after it's done, though.
Oh, okay.
Like, I won't ask for help or, like, if my car light comes on. Well, that's not really a good example. But I just feel like there's certain things that, especially now that I'm married, but just a person who's with anyone, you should feel, like, confident enough to go to that person. And I know that he would say yes. It's just, like, a weird thing in me that doesn't allow me to ask as much as I know I could.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Now you got me thinking, do I ask too much?
No.
No, because I feel like I didn't in the beginning. I did not ask for anything. And he'd be like, if you want me to help, you have to allow me to help. So then slowly, I started doing less. And like, for example, I needed like new tires one time. And he just took them, got all 4 replaced.
See, things like that,
came back. And now, fast forward, months later, I need an oil change. I have gotten my oil changed myself my entire life. Like, ever since I got a car, I was the one taking me to the maintenance appointments. But now, you know, that 20% light came on. He wasn't around, so I kept driving it. Now it's on 10%.
I'm so weak.
And I'm still driving it, and I'm just waiting for him to
go take it
to the, like, or even just, like, come with me. Like, I
feel like car things for sure.
I just don't want to do it.
I'm just like, car things, I'm like, for sure, I'm not hyper independent in that sense. But there are, like, just, I don't know, like, little things I still haven't relinquished all of my control.
Yeah.
And that's not even in my relationships. That can be with friendships and everything. Like, just the way I operate in life, like, with my jobs and stuff. Like, it's not that I necessarily hate asking for help. Sometimes I just don't know how to. Or I don't want to feel like a burden to anyone. So I feel like that's why it's considered hyper independent.
That's so sweet. My reasoning is more so like, I feel like with friends I don't want to feel like a burden, but like with like my man and family, it's more like in my head I can just do it better myself. Like when it comes to cleaning, when it comes to like
stuff like that,
certain things, like I'm a little bit OCD, so I'm like, why ask you to do something when I know I'm gonna have to go back and do it regardless?
Literally.
So, but then, you know, that's problematic, like I've learned, but it's still hard. It's hard. Like, I just like things done a certain way. And even like with planning a trip, like I'm not able to just, like, you're gonna plan it, you're gonna do the itinerary and everything. Like, I have to put but also I enjoy it. So is it me being hyper independent, or is it something that I love to do?
You just enjoy doing, yeah.
Like, if he ever tried to plan a surprise trip, like, I just don't think that would work for us. Because I'd be like, surprise, where are we going? I need to know what to pack. I need this. What activities are we doing? Like, I simply can't. I don't even really like surprises for that exact reason. I like to feel a little bit in control, and I don't like to be caught off guard. So,
okay, well, let's define hyper independent and soft life to even see if we fall into that category.
Ooh, fun.
Okay, what hyper independence really means: doing everything alone, even when help is available. Pride mixed with exhaustion. Control equals safety. Often praised, rarely questioned. So doing everything alone, even when help is available, most of the time that is me. I'm trying to become like, again, like relinquishing control. But a lot of times if I don't have to ask, I probably won't.
I'm trying to self-reflect here.
Okay, well, let's see if you fall more into the soft life. What the soft life actually is: not luxury only or laziness. It's nervous system safety, receiving without guilt, slowing without fear. Slowing without fear.
Oh my god, I'm in my soft girl era.
Are you? You receive without guilt?
Yeah.
Well, like, take yourself out of just your relationship. I'm saying just like you, Sarah.
Oh, in life?
Just in life.
Oh, no, I'm still hyper independent.
Because I could say in my relationship, like, receiving without guilt, you know, slowing down, like, yeah, I'm fully in my soft girl. But, like, me as Shamaya, aside from being a wife, I'm still hyper independent.
Yeah.
Like, there are some women who are just, like, brains off all the time. Like, they're like, where life takes me, it'll take me. If this works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Like, oh, I'm going to Aspen in 2 days and I haven't packed, I'll just buy clothes there. Like, I feel like that, when I think of soft girl, or I think of the girls who are just not, like, super, like, they don't care about being in control of everything because they're just like, it is what it is. Like, the group I'm going with, they'll figure out. The man will figure out. My friends are going to plan the itinerary. Like, that's just, like...
Yeah, I think, like, when it comes to that, I'm definitely more in my masculine era, I guess. Because I'm the one planning. I'm the one stressing. I'm the one, like, trying to get the group rallied together. All right, kids, let's get on the bus. I mean, I haven't really taken a group trip like that in a while. But even, like, Costa Rica, we planned that.
Yeah.
And we had to make sure that they were up at 6 a.m. to go on an excursion after we were up all night the night before. Like, but in those examples, like, yeah, I definitely think that's just the type A in us, though. Like, I don't know if that makes us
type A.
Hyper independent. I mean, I guess it does because, like, we could have. I just think we know who to outsource to.
Like, what do you mean?
Like, if I had to plan a trip with the girls, okay, the girls group chat, there are certain people I would reach out to for help, and then there's certain people I would not reach out to. Just for payment.
You just be like, this is how much it costs.
Literally. Like, not everybody is good at everything, and you have to know people's strengths and you have to lean on those people when their strengths apply. But
Yeah.
you know, like, I don't know. Have we lost the plot here?
No, I feel
or
like
does it all like tie in?
we're trying to decipher like if we're hyper independent and if we're soft girls. But I think like both of our men have allowed us to be safe in that way.
Yeah.
So I know that we are soft girls in that way. But when I think about like college Sarah, college Maya, even like going into adulthood, we are the two people who are like, everything needs to be done. I have to figure this out. Da, 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 da. So where do you think that stems from though? Like before, because if you were always a soft girl, then you wouldn't know. But like, where do you think before you met your boyfriend? I'm cutting this out. I'm gonna cut this out. But before you met your boyfriend and he allowed you to like step into that when you were this super hyper independent girl, where do you think that stemmed from?
First of all, boyfriend is embarrassing. Let's just refer to him as my man.
Okay, sorry. It's because of that article that came out. No one wants to say boyfriend, like my man or my partner.
My man.
Which I don't like partners, so I guess, yeah.
Boyfriend? No. No, but I'll tell you that offline. Definitely just like my family. Like I'm the oldest child in a foreign household. If you know, you know, trauma. But but no, definitely that, because like I just feel like the oldest child in any household, foreign or not, I feel like you're the second parent. Like
for sure,
it just falls on you. So that like sense of responsibility from like a very young age, and like I swear I'd go to the grocery store with like my mom. We'd be at like Walmart or something, and my mom in the aisles shopping peacefully. Me, where's my little sister? Where's my brother? Somebody got kidnapped. I gotta find them. Da da da. Like I was always the one like stressed out, making sure my siblings weren't gonna get kidnapped. My mom could care less. She left him in the toy aisle like 6 hours ago. Like, right. I don't know what that was, or she just knew I would take care of it. But anyways,
probably
that. And then like, I don't know. I just think like, you know, just always wanting to do better for yourself, wanting a better life for yourself. Like, I have great family, great parents, everybody's super supportive, loving, all those things. But, you know, I think like, this is so random, but I was watching this video of Ronaldo and his son. You know who Ronaldo is, right? Okay.
But where's this
going? Ronaldo's, no, it's going to track back. Ronaldo's is like a soccer player, right? And he's like one of the richest soccer players in the world. And he has all the money, all the coaches, all the facilities, and his son is training. And his son has a personal trainer. He's on it, like, he's like at this like really nice facility training all these things. And it was just like a little reel, and Ronaldo goes like, I think my son's going to be better than me. And then the coach or trainer is like, I mean, he has the skill, but does he have the hunger? And then Ronaldo goes like, hunger is the problem. And then somebody in the comments was like, can't be hungry if you never starved. Like, if he grew up rich, he came up with all this money, like he can have all the resources in the world, but if he doesn't want it for himself, like he's not going to be as good of a player as his father. You know what I mean? Because his father came from nothing, you know?
There's like different purposes in it.
Different purposes. And I think like when you're, you know, like trying to be independent, trying to make it out the mud, whatever that means to you, it doesn't necessarily mean what people think it means. I just think like, you know, you work harder and you have like this sense of like drive, I guess you could say. And that can also steer someone to be hyper independent. Like you don't want to depend on anyone. You don't want to depend on a rich man. You don't want to depend on your parents. You don't want to depend on whatever that you don't want to depend on. But like, I mean, you know, not to, if that's what somebody wants to do, like, you know, like that's fine.
We're speaking for ourselves.
We're speaking for ourselves, like, and where maybe it like stems from, but that's just my 2 cents. You see how, like, did that make sense?
That makes sense, that makes sense. I was like, what does soccer, Ronaldo, him, anything have to do with this? But no, that was actually a really good example, because it can be looked at as like a bad thing to be hyper independent, but I do think the positive part about it is like like your purpose comes from somewhere else. Like, especially like, I'm not the oldest, but I'm the second oldest, so like I definitely relate in just being like the second parent sentiment. But also when you don't come from like silver spoon and like have all the things around you, like you desire more out of life, and you're like going to get that, and you don't want anyone to stop you from that. So then you just like, you're doing every single day, and you're figuring it out by yourself, and you're doing all these things on your, I guess not really lonesome, but honestly, like I was the first one to go to college, so no one knew that experience. So I had to like figure that out by myself, and then I had to get a car in college. Like there was just so many things in college I had to figure out by myself, to where I didn't realize how hyper independent I was becoming. I was just living life, and I was just doing it daily, trying to get to the next means. So I think that's where it stems from. But I definitely, like, I feel like I was in survival mode at that phase of my life. Now that I am allowed to be softer, I'm recognizing it in, like, more negative ways than positive.
What do you mean by that?
Like, basically, if I'll go relationship based, and I'll go, like, friendship and stuff. But, like, if I want things to be done a certain way, that's fine. But if I'm not the one doing it, I have to allow him to do it in his way. Because his way doesn't naturally just mean it's wrong. It just means he's doing it in his way. And sometimes I'll be like, well, I'll just do that. Don't worry. And it's like, no, allow him to help pick up where you may, like, if I have 10 tasks in my head and he's like, let me do these 2 tasks, allow him to do it in the way that he's going to do it. And not feel like I have to, like, hover over or watch him do things in that way. So I feel like that's where it shows up negatively, or just like not asking for help and being so burnt out to the point where it comes, like the attitude that the world has caused is like given to him just because he's like close proximity. So that's the ways I've like seen it show up negatively to where I'm just like, okay, you really need to like, and also just like anxiety. When you are hyper independent and you want, I think it really, the hyper independency and control really equates for me. But, like, when you want to be in control of everything in your life, but then life, and honestly, God keeps teaching you, like, you're not in control, it just gives you this, like, deep anxiety. And I hate that so much. So, I'm learning to just, like, allow life to teach me the lessons it needs to teach and not feel like I need to have, a grip on everything.
You know, I think I learned that lesson in 2022 when I was unemployed.
That's
I think that's
a great lesson
kind of where, like, because I feel like I definitely was a lot more of, like, a control, I don't want to use the word freak, but, like, yeah, I guess, and, like, more, like, I don't know.
Well, how long were you unemployed for? Give me a little background on that.
Okay, so, you know, graduated in 2022, and not all of my friends, but the majority of my friends, like, after college, pretty much had a job straight away. But it wasn't everyone, honestly. Like, I know some people it took them longer than it took me, and some people, like, everybody had their own track or whatever. But, like, in the moment, you don't really think about it like that. You're just kind of like, and I know people who, like, started a job, don't even work there no more, or work at a different job, or they're entrepreneurs, or, like, whatever. And everybody had their own, like, track of life. But, like, in the moment, I'm like, okay, I went to school all 12 years, graduated high school, went straight into college, did 4 years of that, so I should have a job. Like, that is the end goal, have a job. Yeah. And then it doesn't happen, and you're like, but, you know, pandemic, government, everything is going on. It was, like, a lot going on. And so I just didn't have a job for a little bit. a year and a half. I was still working, but not in the field that I wanted to work in. Yeah. So that really taught me a lot of lessons. Like, that was such a pivotal growth experience for me of just, like, letting go and trusting God. Like, I feel like I've always been like, oh yeah, I trust God, da da da. But in that moment, or in that phase, I think, like, I really just, like, was applying, was getting interviews, but, like, just did not see the light at the end of the tunnel. And I have people who are still going through that to this day, especially with everything going on. Yeah. With, like, our government and, like, people losing their jobs and stuff like that. And, like, I know you don't see it right now, but, like, the light at the end of the tunnel is coming. Like, you just don't know why or where or how or who, and, like, the timing and, like, just so many things that, like, I'm like, okay, well, even if I did have a job at that time where I wanted a job, like, how was I going to get there? Where was I going to live? Like, so many things. And then it just ended up working out, like, honestly. Mm-hmm. So I think that was the beginning of my feeling the not feeling the need to be in control of everything.
That's good. Because you answered it, but I was going to ask you, like, I wonder if you were in the midst of it, because you were saying, like, that taught you not to be in control. But I was like, I wonder how you felt in the midst of it. Like, did you have, like, a positive attitude where, like, oh, there's a light, like, I'm going to get there? Or, like, in the midst of it, like, did it feel as dark as you thought it was, I guess?
I mean, I feel like you remembered me during that time. I was, like, driving up here.
But I feel like you were handling it really well. That's why I'm, like, wondering, like, when you were alone.
When I was alone? I feel like most days, like, how you saw me handle it was how I handled it. But there were, like, moments where, like, I mean, you know, like, you try and you try and you try and you try, and then it's just like, no, closed door after closed door. And there were times where I'd be like, okay, like there was this one job that I had thought I really wanted, and I went through rounds of interviews, and I was so close, and I really thought I wanted it. And I told myself, I was like, regardless of the outcome, I'm not going to be upset. I'm just going to take it as another experience. Yeah. But then when I got the outcome and it wasn't the one that I wanted, I was genuinely like, I told myself I'm not going to get upset, but there I was in the car crying. And I was just like, why am I upset? Like, you know, like, it's almost like hoping for the best, preparing for the worst kind of mentality. And it's a weird one, but, like, I don't know. In the moment, I think, like, I would have my little moments of, like, why me? And then I'd cry and I'd get over it and I'd be like, all right, well, gotta keep going. Like, you have to keep going.
You have to keep going.
You can't just, like, it's just not meant to be. And then, like, give up. Like, you just can't do that. That's the one thing that I think. Never give up on your dreams. I mean.
No, honestly, I was like, that's so good, because even last year, you know, this whole entrepreneurship journey, I was like, there is no light. Like, I was like, why did I quit such a stable job? I mean, I hated the job. So to this day, I'm like, I would never go back. I would work anywhere before I go back to that place. But in the midst of it, it really is like, how. And I will say at the beginning of my entrepreneur, and this is all like coming in real time right now, but in the beginning, that's all I was doing, was trying to control everything. Like, I was going to gyms, I was passing out the business cards, I was doing everything again in my own words. But when I felt like there was a huge shift that really didn't happen until like the end of last year, where I literally was just like, God, you have it. If this is the lane that you want me to be in, you're gonna make a way. And now thinking of both opportunities that I'm sitting in now, like, those were not me applying at all. Like, those two companies both reached out to me. So it just shows that, like, you really aren't in control of your life. Like, if you're somebody who believes or has faith in, you know, whichever, the person you serve is the one that has control over your life. So.
No, actually, because to tie that back, all the jobs that I applied for.
Not the person you serve. God has control over your life. Let me correct that.
Yeah. But all of the jobs I applied for, rejected, and then the one I ended up getting, a recruiter reached out to me. Like, I wasn't even...
It's so interesting how that works.
Looking. Like, I was just like... I would have never... And the field that I'm in now, like, I would have never thought to even be here. But anyways, love you, God.
No, literally, though. But
I'm just grateful.
So grateful. Like, so grateful how things work. But it does come with relinquishing control. So being independent is cute and all, but really stepping into your soft girl era, even if you're single, like, you can step into the era of just, like, allowing life to teach you where it needs to teach you, trusting that God is going to take you where he wants you to go, and that, like, you know, just be pretty, dainty, cutesy.
Yeah. And I also think, like, relinquishing control, again, comes from that safe space, whether it's with your friendships, your relationships, your job, whatever. But I think, like, part of the reason that we probably felt the need to control everything is because we've probably been disappointed a lot of times. Like,
yeah,
when you're let down, or, like, people are constantly, like, not living up to their promises or whatever, you're just like, well, can't depend on nobody, I'm gonna just depend on myself. But
facts.
You got a good man, Savannah, don't gotta do that no more.
Good man. Like, thank God we have people we can depend on. Like, honestly, now that I am married and have been, like, relinquishing control just even to him, I'm like, I don't know I was doing this all these years by myself. I might feel like I was an adult for years and years and years. But still, through my early 20s.
This is not meant to be a podcast about, like, my man.
No, I cannot believe I just said early 20s.
Oh, that's why you gasped.
Yeah. We're about to be 26 this year. We're more in our late 20s than we are in our
Can
early.
we not share our age on the internet?
Oh, sorry. I am closer to 30 than I was 20. Oh, wow, that's
They
cute.
say that, 30s are actually like some of the best years of your life.
They say that. And I really hope that's the case. They're like, 30s is your 20s with money. Which, I'll accept that. I'm just like, wow, we've really grown. Even when you said you graduated in 2022, I'm like, it's 2026.
Girl, we were freshmen 8 years ago. Freshmen in college.
Oh my God.
That was 8 years ago.
That was 8 years ago. We were babies. And that was the start of my hyper-independent era. As soon as I got dropped out to college, honestly.
There you go. Figure it out. No, but actually, especially when, it's normal, like, especially when you're the first one to go to college in your family. Like, my little sister calls me every day, when do I have to apply for FAFSA again?
Literally.
And I'm just like, girl, what would you do if you didn't, like, go Google it? And I'm just like, I had to figure all of that out by myself. Didn't know a dang thing.
Yeah, I had to figure out all by myself. But I am glad that we can be that for our siblings.
Yeah.
Because that was really important to me. Like, they do call me with the most pressing questions all the time. I'm like, I would have just Googled this. But, I'll leave it to you. Well, anyways. That was all over the place, but I hope you guys got the memo.
Is that it? Are we wrapping it up?
Yeah, we can. What's your life advice to the girlies who maybe in their hyper independent era now, and they want to step more into their soft girl era? What has allowed you to kind of relinquish a little bit of control?
Faith, whatever that is for you. And really just like pouring into yourself in ways that don't like try to get out of survival mode and get into like enjoyment. Like,
that's good.
As women, especially if you're an independent girl, especially if you are single, especially all these things, right? Like, we have to take care of a lot of things, we have bills, we have just life. But rather than just like surviving, really try to do things that like feed into you, pour into you, things that you enjoy. Find hobbies.
Yeah.
Girl time. I think like part of what has allowed me to be soft is my community of girls.
For sure.
Like, I just think I learned from other girls. Like, I'm like, wait, that's so cute and girly of you. And like,
yeah, exactly.
I am like, like, I don't know, you can pick up those habits too. Like, it's not a crazy thing to see like your friend doing something and be like, actually, I want to be like that. I want to embrace or embody that same kind of energy.
Yeah.
Taking care of yourself, your mental health, like just trying to let go and understanding you, like, as much as you can plan and like, try to have your next 6 months planned out, your year planned out, or whatever. Like, things are not going to go to plan, and you just can't crash out if things don't go to plan. Like,
every single time, yeah.
Learn to pivot,
That's good.
Be agile. That's what they tell you on your job applications, but like, it applies to real life too. Like, you just never know. Like, the things that I have been through in a year, girl, we don't gotta get into it.
Yeah, no, actually. No, I think that's great life advice, especially the one about friendships, because I've definitely learned to be softer with the girls that are around me. Learn to like, not even like think less just about life, but like how to just like overthink less, like just about anything. Like, no, don't, like, I have one friend who doesn't overthink anything. And I feel like that has allowed me to be softer because I don't feel like I need to put up all these boundaries. I'm like, maybe they did mean that, but it's not really my responsibility to care. So unless it comes to me directly, like, I'm not going to lose sleep over it. Faith is a huge one for me as well. I think that's been the main anchoring thing that has allowed me to like relinquish control. And it feels good to know like I serve a God that actually cares about my life and wants good things for me. So like, isn't going to like punish me and have me going through these hard times for no reason. Like, there's always a lesson or a molding that he's doing even through the suffering. And one thing we mentioned in the notes was therapy. I feel like therapy has helped a lot with understanding the way I am. Like, that in itself, like, she hasn't given me like 1, 2, 3 to become softer, but just knowing the source of like, this is probably the way you think, why you think this way is because you've had to think this way for umpteen years and you've become this person. And it's like a safety curtain, but it's really not a safety curtain. It's really a prison that you're putting yourself in. So that has helped a lot as well.
Also knowing your triggers, because and that goes back into like doing things that feed your soul and like just feeding, like taking care of yourself, because if you're under chronic stress, you're never gonna be able to be like in your feminine, like you're gonna be in your masculine all the time because you're just like stressed out and you're like trying to take care of everything. But and also like soft girl doesn't necessarily mean what you see on TikTok of like getting your nails done and getting blowouts every week or what. I don't know what TikTok defines soft girl as, or like social media. It can be wearing pink to Pilates, or even taking Pilates, or getting matcha on Saturdays, but it can also just be like the way that you speak, the way that you present yourself, the way that you show up. Like those are all soft girl attributes as well. So just find out what it means to you and take care of yourself, girl.
Yeah,
that's all I have to say.
Honestly, define soft girl is so much deeper than that. Like, what makes you happy in life? What allows you to step into your feminine era? Like, not everybody wants to go get their nails done and stuff, but they want to journal. Some girls want to write. Some girls just don't want to have to think about what's for dinner, so they order DoorDash, and that's them being in their soft girl era. So, you know, don't feel guilty for what your soft girl era looks like. And I'm wishing softness upon all my girlies watching. Well, we thank you guys for coming to another epi, and we'll see you on the next episode. Wait, like, comment, subscribe, and leave us a review if you're listening to us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Yeah, and if you guys like listening to us yap, and you guys want to hear us yap more,
let us know.
Let us know.
She may come on more. We'll
Maybe.
See.
We can yap all day.
We sure can. All right, guys. See you in the next episode. Bye.